Hi friends, you welcome to Shyam Institute. So then today we are discussing the current affairs of 10th May. Have a look at these headlines: maternal mortality ratio, cloud seeding, Akash missile defense system, Rangacherra, world's fastest drone. These are key areas we have. We will discuss some more points. Have a look at this one. Iran's foreign minister is on a visit to India. Iran's foreign minister, he is the person Abbas Araghchi. Abbas Araghchi visited India. The reason is that India and Iran's the bilateral relations completed 75 years. So it's a platinum jubilee year of India and Iran's bilateral relations. India and Iran's bilateral relations. And Iran is very special for India and even vice versa, very special for India, and then for Iran, India is very special because then we have got very good relation, and then the crude oil we used to get from Iran, and right now then we are getting from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia anyways is a country, maritime related country with Iran. And then if you observe the land boundaries of Iran are Armenia, Azerbaijan, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan and Pakistan. These two are rival nations, Armenia and Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan Baku, COP29 summit, that is Azerbaijan Baku. So anyways these are land borders to the Iran. Maritime borders are Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain and Oman. These are maritime related nations to Iran. And India has constructed a port in India's first international port. India constructed a port in Chabahar of Iran. India constructed a port called Chabahar in Iran. That is India's first international port. Likewise, this is India's first international port. India's second international port is Sitwe. Sitwe, that is Myanmar. That is located in Sitwe, Myanmar. Anyways, this Iran, we know Riyal is a currency, and Tehran is the capital of Iran. Tehran is the capital. So this particular nation, Iran, in several meetings and several groups, then it is a part with India. Best example, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. In SCO, then Iran is a member and India is also a member. Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So anyways, this is the special event of the foreign minister of Iran coming to the India, visiting India. Then the reason is that 75 years of bilateral relations are completed. That's the reason. Moving to the next one, maternal mortality ratio. The maternal mortality ratio is in general, while giving birth to baby, if mother dies, that is called maternal mortality, and mother survives and infant dies, that is called infant mortality. So in India, if you observe, the maternal mortality cases are high long back. And then if you observe 2017-19 statistics, for every 1 lakh live births, the maternal mortalities are, mortality means death in general. So maternal mortality means mother death. While giving birth to baby, if mother dies, that is called maternal mortality. Sometimes mother survives and infant dies, that is called infant mortality. So here that was in 2017-19. The number stood at 103 out of 1 lakh live births. But surprisingly, then if you observe 2019-21, then during this period, the number reached to 93. This number reached to 93. 93 mothers died for every 1 lakh live births. That is the context here. This is compared with 1 lakh live births in general. So that is the national average, 93. But few states are doing really well. Then the best example is Kerala. Then the number is 20 maternal mortalities out of 1 lakh live births. That is the least in India we have. and then followed by Telangana 45 and Tamil Nadu 49. Andhra Pradesh stood at somewhere 70 plus Andhra Pradesh stood at. Andhra Pradesh is earlier 97, then it's reached to 70 plus right now, and then 75 around. And like if you observe, then the top states in maternal mortality is a negative sense. In negative sense, the top state is Madhya Pradesh with 175 cases, 175 deaths, maternal mortalities out of 1 lakh live births. And the second position occupied by Assam with 167 live births out of 1 lakh live births. And Uttar Pradesh, if you observe, it is 115. It is 115 out of 1 lakh live births. There is a context here we have. So that is the context. Highest Madhya Pradesh, Assam, Uttar Pradesh. Least Kerala and Telangana and Tamil Nadu. These 3 states. There is a point about this maternal mortality ratio. The Ministry of Home Affairs announced this particular the special statistics for 2019-21. Moving to the next one, and then this I forgot to give this particular point. The target of India for the to reach the sustainable development goals by 2030, a target of maternal mortalities number, making that particular number or bringing that number to 70. Right now the national average is 93. From 93 to then in coming 5 years we should bring this number to 70. That is our target. That is our major target. Moving to the next one. Yeah, have a look at this question given. Then try to give an answer in the comment box. So which Indian state had the highest maternal mortality ratio according to the 2019-21 SRS report? So the options given: Assam, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. What is the point mentioned? Highest MMR observed in which of the following states asked. So try to give the answer in a comment box, okay, so that like then your potential will get increased then with the questions, objective questions. Chalo, then I am moving to the next one. Have a look at this cloud seeding process. Recently this cloud seeding mechanism, since 1940 this cloud seeding has been then observed in India, but like in recent days, like about 5 trials of this cloud seeding observed in Delhi and the Delhi surroundings, national capital region. The reason is that the reason for this particular one is the increased pollution. So to control the pollution and to put the check for the global warming, the warming conditions in that particular area and surroundings, they focused on this cloud seeding. Generally this cloud seeding process is a cumulonimbus, this is called cumulonimbus clouds. These are artificial clouds. Cumulonimbus clouds also called artificial clouds, and this process is possible with a silver iodide. Silver iodide is used to make this particular or bring this particular clouds, artificial clouds, and this is the process you can observe this one. An aircraft injects the silver iodide or other substances into the atmosphere, and the chemicals mimic the particles that serve as a surfaces for condensation that creates water droplets. So once the condensation creates water droplets that are large enough, the rain will fall. There is a process that is called cloud seeding. They may ask a question in which of the following states they observed, they introduced this particular process. That is in New Delhi. The 5 trials then they went with 5 trials. And here like if you observe this silver iodide is useful in photography process and medicines as well. So photography as well as in medicines, and this particular silver iodide increases the water availability. Okay, that is the advantage. Moving to the next one. Yes, Akash. Akash is a special missile introduced by the Indian government during the war with Pakistan in a Karachi port, then to blast that port premises and those. Then they use this particular Akash missile, and which is launched from India's Vikrant, INS Vikrant aircraft. INS Vikrant. Akash in general then Akash is a surface to air missile. S stands for surface here, surface to A for air, surface to air missile. It can be launched from any surface. It may be aircraft, or it may be any bunker, whatever. Okay, that is the context here. So Akash missile defense system is a very strong system, indigenously prepared by Indian government. It is a ballistic missile. Akash is a ballistic missile. Then in addition to Akash we have Prithvi, Agni, Trishul, All these are ballistic missiles. These are ballistics. But BrahMos is a cruise missile. BrahMos, Nirbhay, or these are cruise missiles. So here, like if you observe this one, surface to air missile, Air Force and Army are using this particular Akash now. And then the specialty of Akash, if you observe, which targets multiple targets at a time, not a single target. It can, in all directions, it can throw the weapons. That is the specialty of Akash. So it is called a multi-target missile. It is a multi-target missile. And then under Atmanirbhar Bharat, the government of India focusing on this particular one, because this particular Akash shows the self-reliance of India and the fighting mechanism of India, and then the manufacturing capacity or potential of India. Then Atmanirbhar Bharat, under Atmanirbhar Bharat, this particular Akash was introduced, and the features, then if you observe, the range, it ranges from 25 to 30 kilometers. The other variants of Akash, then if you observe, Akash MK1, Akash MK2, these two are other variants. MK1 capacity is up to 70 kilometers. MK2's capacity is more than 70 kilometers. So Akash range is 25 to 30 kilometers range. Akash MK1 range is 70 kilometers. Akash MK2 is 70 kilometers plus range. And then the speed, if you observe, 2.5 to 3.5 Mach is the speed of the particular missile. And then warhead, it carries around 60 kg weight of warheads it can carry. That is these are the features of Akash missile we have. And then moving to the next one, have a look at this special village called Rangacherra. Rangacherra became Tripura's first green village. So then how a particular village becomes a green village, how they recognize a particular village as a green village, that is an all-time doubt we have. But generally then this particular village, northeastern states village, it has got very limited houses, so 200 to 500 houses in that particular village. And they turned completely into the green way, and they have started using solar energy for their street lamps, and then they have constructed several solar plants, and even to purify the water they are using the solar energy. That is the reason this particular village is called a complete green village. And then this particular village is observed under the TREDA, Tripura Renewable Energy Development Authority, and this authority is looking after to make all the village premises and then their facilities through a green energy oriented services then they are providing. So the village, very less span, it completely turned into a green village. That is a speciality. And here, like if you observe, if they produce additional energy with this particular green facilitation or this solar energy facilitation, additional produced energy is directly buy to the discoms or state discoms, so that then they can benefit with that particular facility as well. That is the advantage with this particular one. Okay. So what is the name of the city, name of the village? Rangacherra of Tripura state. Moving to the next one, the world's speedest drone. That is our topic, world's fastest drone. Its speed is around 200 km per hour speed drone. So this is planning to use for transportation or very important papers or important information passing. And then this was officially manufactured by Switzerland. And then Trinks Pepino company produced this particular one. Trinks Pepino, a Switzerland based company, introduced this particular drone. You can look at this particular drone. The world's fastest drone is a 200 km per hour speed. It's a very high end. It's a top class. Moving to the next one, and the important one as well, National Lipid Day. National Lipid Day is observed on May 10th. National Lipid Day. Lipid test then we heard about. Lipid test is a test then which gives the percentage of cholesterol or fat in a body of a person. Lipid test we call. So then if the cholesterol or fat percentage is increased, suddenly then they are affected with the disease called dyslipidemia. Dyslipidemia is if any person affected with this one, their blood cholesterol, the cholesterol in blood, the fat in the blood may increase. So then to create the awareness to the people, these cases are very highest in Asia. So then to create awareness about this particular one, they introduced a day called May 10th. that was observed in 2015, and then 2015 first time, and the first case was observed in 1968 in US, and in the campaigns are started in 2018, and then the awareness global awareness started for this particular lipid program during 2021. So National Lipid Day observed in May 10th, that's one. So these are current affairs for the day. We will meet in the next session with the continuation of this one. Thank you and all the best.